I'm Tony Gwynn Jr. here with Mark Sweeney. With the second year of Gwynn baseball upon us, I thought it would be appropriate for Mark and I to kind of talk about our childhood and how travel ball and baseball in general impacted us growing up. So with that being said, Mark, nowadays there are a lot more kids specializing in one sport.
Yeah.
And one of the things at Gwynn baseball that we kind of pride ourselves on is allowing kids to get out there to play multiple sports, because baseball is one of the few sports where you're pretty much doing the same movement patterns over and over again.
Yeah.
What's your thought on it?
Well, how many Mike Trouts are out there? How many guys that are just elite players that they know what sport they are? And I'm not saying Mike Trout didn't play other sports.
Right.
I'm just saying now. I fell in love with baseball in college, and I think that surprises a lot of people.
Right.
But I always loved baseball, and it was always my favorite. I just loved playing other sports. I'd give anything to have people that think their kids are spectacular,
Right,
to know that they're spectacular as athletes rather than a baseball player, a soccer player. I know the rigors and challenges because I have two stepdaughters that are involved with volleyball and competitive sports and club. So many different options and so many different pressures. If you're a parent, encourage your kids to play multiple sports, but also don't take them away from their love,
Right.
their first love.
especially in youth ball. And I think goes across the board in all sports. It's really predicated on games. You got to be good at baseball because of the reps,
Yeah.
and they weren't game reps, because it's hard to make adjustments in games, right?
You have to learn about yourself. You need to learn how to adapt to certain things. And I always use your dad as an example, and I think it's great to know this. When I was in college and I really fell in love with it, I realized that there was a routine that I had to find for myself. And that batting tee was a huge deal for me. Why I bring your dad up is that your dad basically gave that belief that I had in myself credibility, because how great your dad was, but he loved the batting tee.
What advice do you give to parents and kids who are, out there trying to figure out what it is they want to do as far as the game of baseball is concerned?
Well, first of all, first and foremost, as parents, be there. Don't minimize the thought of you being there in the stands. It doesn't have to be voiced. I think that's what takes me away from the game, the parents that are just overkill when it
Right.
comes to being involved in their child's game. Being there is involved. Hugging them after the game and telling them that how proud you are and how you love them.
Regardless of how they did.
No matter what,
Right.
is the priority. I put my mom and dad's name on every hat. And the reason why I did that is because when I was in the big leagues and we got different hats, I wanted to make sure that they were always there. And
Right.
why I say that is that they were always there. And it was something that is a journey and something that's fun, but they were always there for that fun and that journey. So don't ever lose that sight for your parents.
That's awesome. My dad, as you know, was usually gone when Little League rolled around for
Yeah.
me, but he was so hands-off, and it really allowed me to kind of find the love of the game on my own, as opposed to my dad kind of pushing me towards it. And what I found is, as I got older, I started falling in love with it more and more and more, and I wanted to be out there. And it makes, the times when you have to kind of create a routine,
Definitely.
it makes it easier, because it's all on your own. And, for you kids out there who are thinking about playing and want to play travel ball, that is important. You have to develop a love of the game for yourself. It can't be your mom, it can't be your dad. It's really got to be about you. And I think once you establish that, the work part, it doesn't become work anymore. It becomes fun.
From day one, when I first met you and you were in the locker room, you always had a respect for the game.
Yeah.
And obviously, you had to make your dad proud of how you earned in the locker room. But that goes in life.
Right.
You think about it, it's not, yes, it's that encompassed of there's 25 guys, maybe 30 guys in the locker room, and you had to earn those stripes. It's a good feeling to know that you go through life that way.
Yeah.
And if you walk into an office, if you walk into a building, or you're going out there to decide if you want to make this team and you're sitting in a group, make sure that you earn that respect before you think that you deserve the respect.
100%.
Sometimes that happens, and I always respect it of you, and it makes a smile, puts a smile on my face.
Thank you, Mark. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Come on out. We're having tryouts June 10th and 11th at Del Norte High. We'd love to see you out there. Thank you.